Okay, hello. Welcome to the not encounter. Welcome to the Elevator Channel. I'm your host Nathan Simmons, and I'm at a different location today. You're about to see who I'm with. So, he was currently getting something for us here. Thank you, sir. He grabbed us some drinks. Thank you very much. So, would you like to introduce yourself for anybody that hasn't seen you on the channel before?
I'm Drew Cameron. I'm Nathan Psychic.
You want to talk a little bit about yourself? Because I think that they kind of haven't really met us very much. I mean, they've seen us on the videos, but they really don't know the us that we know.
Okay, guys. Let's see. I work at. I should tell
You can say it.
I work at the Julasco.
Yeah, over on Cottage Avenue. It's here in Boaton.
If you guys want to come see me, come see me.
Yeah, I mean, because you guys already know that we're up at ISU and stuff. So I mean, you obviously know where we live anyway in the general area. I mean, we're not gonna tell you obviously our address or anything.
Yeah,
but,
so,
you know.
And let's see what else.
You know, but if you want to meet us up in public anywhere, you know, Mondays we're at Capon. Come say hi. We're on the 3rd floor, and also enjoy a service over there.
And if you guys want to help with anything with encounter, you guys can.
Yep, you can volunteer. And the way that would work is you would come up to us and say, hey, I'd like to volunteer. We'll run you through a few tests to make sure you're trustworthy and whatnot.
Or if you guys want to send us, if you want to help, like if you want to send us a message to YouTube tonight. And
yeah.
say something.
If anybody would like to say something, we'll be trying to monitor your chat. We don't have a device really to monitor it right now, but we'll try to figure out a way to monitor it.
Mm-hmm. We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
But
so let's talk about.
Actually, I thought we were
gonna.
Anything else you want to say about our stuff? Or
I'm sure if you got some other ideas of things you would like to talk to
favorite
about.
food?
What?
Favorite food?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Let's see. Pizza from Little Caesars.
Same. Yeah, we've been buddies for a while.
Okay.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
How we met was when first day of
Heartland. Yeah, Heartland.
Of last year at Heartland, we just met each other. We just started talking to each other.
Yeah, we literally sat by each other the first day in class, and we literally just started randomly talking because Jennifer had us doing an assignment that day, and we just started talking to each other.
Yeah, we're
and
friends.
we found out we had such similar interests.
Yeah.
And let's talk about how we got involved with Encounter because I want to kind of talk about our testimonies too. I know some of you guys might not know what's going on, and I think that it's really emotional for us. So if we could start crying or anything,
So my mom. So let's see.
So first time it started was we went over to his mom's house.
So we went over to my mom's house, and we were sitting there, and so we have this friend of my mom's, and she said, "Oh, this friend said that Encounter." There's this thing called Encounter on Monday nights that you guys could go try out. So we went there and tried it out.
Yeah.
And
let's talk about how we got up there. So we took the bus from his mom's house. We met up there because he was living at his mom's at the time. Now you can tell that he's not clearly. Otherwise, why would we be streaming this late if we were at his mom's?
For sure.
So him and his brother live together right now. And so we're streaming from his apartment, in case you're wondering where we're at.
Okay, so and then so we took the bus up there.
Yeah,
and
so we rode on ISU Redbird Express. Oh boy,
yeah,
that's an interesting one.
For sure.
Connect Transit in general is interesting.
So we got off the bus, trying to figure. We're on the Redbird. We were trying to figure out. We didn't even know where to go.
We don't know how the bus system worked at all.
And we were asking the guy, we're like, "Where's Edwards Hall?" And he said.
He said, I'm not sure. So, great.
And we drove. So we rode on Redbird. We rode right past Edwards Hall. We didn't know that. We got off at Bone Student Center, walked back, and we noticed that bus stop was right there where we could have got off.
Yeah.
We didn't know about it. So now we're at Redbird. We know where to get off. So, so we walked up into Capon Auditorium.
And then we met Cameron.
Yeah,
now, Cameron was a guy that I knew from Eastview, which I previously did video volunteering at. And you kind of knew him a little bit too, but you got to know him more.
Yeah. And then we met Cameron.
And
Cameron's like, "Oh, you guys have some video stuff, so why don't you guys set up?"
Well, see, here's the thing. At that time, we didn't have video stuff with us. I just had a camera because we were vlogging that day. And vlogs back then are no longer on the channel because they look like crap. I'll be honest.
And I was saying, and we had a camera with us, and he's like, "Do you guys just why don't you guys just set up and record for us?
Well, here's how he said it specifically. He said, are you guys here to record like I do over at Eastview? And I was like, well, I never thought about it, but if you want me to, sure, we got the stuff. I mean, we had a tripod with us. We were shooting some stuff. It was a Best Tiger camera, really crappy. You can see that in some of our first Encounter videos. But if
you guys have not subscribed to the Encounter channel, go over there and subscribe really quick.
And after the video's been uploaded, I might be able to put the link down in the description. So check below, and we'll see if we can put that in there. We'll try. So yeah, let's continue on from there. So after that, a few weeks went by, and Cameron got us board audio. And you can see on our videos how good that was. And our pastor was on our side too from the start. Okay. So Pastor Ben.
So our Pastor Ben was on our side. Let's see.
Now, I don't want to throw him under the bus, but we are going to talk about this because it is a part of our journey.
Okay, and then let's see. We did it he was on our side for at least a whole semester, at least a year. And then we came back, let's see, we did the fall and spring semester. And then we came back that next fall, and Ben told us we needed to have a meeting with him. And he said that we couldn't have the board
No, he said first of all, he said we couldn't have the videos as public.
So we
went to Unlisted, and that was fine. Cameron was still doing his stuff there.
And then he told us...
And then we went to Cameron afterwards. So, yeah, there was one other time that we talked to him, and he said, I'm not sure how good this is for the ministry. Mm-hmm. That's when that started.
Hang on. And then you know what he told us? Then he told us that it was... We couldn't even do the worship. We had to do the sermons only.
Yeah, and I was against that because... I feel like the full service is something that people are watching. We saw that from the views. We tried uploading a few just sermons, and it was no good. And also, he stripped away board audio from us next. So we go to this, talk to Cameron about hooking up a new $800 board that I bought for Encounter. And it's not about money, guys. It's about serving Jesus, and I'm not gonna say how I got the money for the board. There's some circumstances that lined up right, and the Lord put things in my path to get that. So anyway, I go ahead and I get this board. We go back, we talk to Cameron, and we're like, "Hey, can we plug this in behind the stage?" And he's like, "Well, unfortunately, I'm no longer the audio person for Encounter. Yeah. So you have to go through. I can talk to Ben for you." Because he knew how I had a relationship with Ben, it wasn't very good.
Yeah.
And he was still trying to help us as best he could. But there's only so much you can do. Mm-hmm. And so he tried to talk to Ben. And then
Ben told us that the band members didn't like us recording.
Here's the problem we have with that.
But wouldn't you think
they would talk to us?
Wouldn't you think they would come up to us and talk to us? So let's get off that topic because this is the Elevator Channel.
Yeah, well, it's not a rant, but I'm just telling it because I think it's a part of our story. Yeah. There's good times and there's bad times as a Christian. We aren't any different than anybody else.
Okay, so this year we're planning on get off that topic.
We need to talk about our, how we came to know the Lord and stuff. Though we are talking about. Remember, we were talking about that.
We'll end with that. Well, let's just do what we're gonna. So this year we're gonna try to get some more elevators this year for you guys because. I feel like I've been slacking a little bit, but
yes, we have.
We've almost done almost all of the elevators on Illinois State Campus.
Yeah. If you have some ideas too of where we could go that's close by, not within that area, kind of where we could go possibly. That's close
and if you guys want to come with us, and
if you want to show us something, that's cool. You would just want to talk with us ahead of time, send us a personal message. I think you can still do that on YouTube. Send us a personal message, and we can try to get in contact with you and see if you're a trustworthy person to come with us on a video, and possibly we could do that.
Okay.
And I'm going to say this right now: we don't do personal shout outs or anything in our videos. The only reason that I give shout outs to Drew is because he doesn't even have. I don't even think he has. Well, he has a YouTube channel, but he doesn't. He only subscribe to people. He doesn't create on his channel. I think he'd be good at it, but we haven't set him up with one yet. Maybe in the future.
Probably, yeah. Okay.
Because I think he would do good at vlogging or maybe even gaming.
Trying to think of anything else.
Oh yeah, and we have another gaming channel too, but we will discuss that in a different video. because that's a whole nother subject that we haven't
see.
started yet. But Drew wants to get me into that, and since we can stream on his Wi-Fi, that might work out in the future, because he has a PS4.
And an Xbox, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Because him and his brother share that, and then he has his own
and
Xbox.
so we have a. If you guys just want to let us know any elevators, because we've really done Garmio, Williams.
Williams, I do want to redo the video for because we didn't really do one specifically dedicated to the elevator in there.
Okay.
And I think that would be. I think it would be good to do a more professional video.
Okay. Let's see. Then we've done Edwards.
Oh yes,
Bell.
and ooh, let's talk. Well, let's talk about something else. The video, for Zach.
Oh yeah. Okay,
yeah,
guys.
we're
So-
close to the 100 like goal. We're really close.
Let's see what we're at really quick.
We're super close. I don't know where it's at, but it's so close.
I'm gonna look really quick. I'm just.
Um,
if you guys see my phone out, I'm just looking up something.
Yes,
really
and he also can check comments too, if he wants to pull up our live stream, because then I can't see them on OBS.
quick.
for
One
some
person's
reason.
watching. Jared Runner says, "Hi, why are you doing this at night?" Question mark.
Good question, Jared. So that you're one of my buddies from high school, and the reason why I'm doing it at night is because we actually hung out tonight, and we thought it would be a good night to do it. His brother's not home, so just me and him able to, just do it on our own.
Is it on what channel is it on?
He just a disclaimer: his brother will be back later on tonight, so don't try anything stupid if you figure out where he's at. Right?
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out where it's at. Let's see. What was it on the? Oh, it was on the.
The elevator channel.
It was? The one from me. Oh, it is? Let's see.
Yeah, the one with Zach. Yeah,
Videos. Yes.
it's on the channel we're
There
on
you go,
now.
right there.
Yeah.
We are at 91. We only need 9 more.
Yeah. Wait. Would it be 9 more?
If we need 100, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And Zach has to come back. He didn't say that it only was while he was in college, did he?
Nope.
That's something Drew mentioned to me. I originally was not going to say that, but I agree with him, truthfully, just because he technically does have to show up.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, we're doing it at night because we went to a Redbirds game tonight and then came over here. And so we were able to, so, fun.
That was at 11:15, so yeah. Okay, guys, if you guys have any other stuff.
Oh, yeah, and Drew has to go too, remember? Because you promised you would. If you remember back that far. I know it's back a ways, but you did promise you would go with us, so.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to see that, you definitely should, because it's going to be nighttime exploration. It's going to be fun.
What?
Yeah, remember? We talked about that in the video.
Oh, yeah. We have 22.
has to be,
wow, we have
because
22
it'll be
subscribers on
interesting.
the elevator channel.
Yeah.
And 2 people are watching right now. Oh, 1 person.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Anyway,
Okay, guys, so we're going to...
So, what else do we have to talk about with them? I'm trying to keep this an interesting video because I feel like we don't get on this channel very much. So I think this is a more interesting video than some of the other stuff we've done. And I swear, Jared subscribed to every single one of my channels. I'm not kidding you. He's always commenting on everything. He's like, I'm always watching. Anyway.
If you guys have any questions about, if you guys want to ask us.
Encounter related, video related.
Oh wait, I have one announcement too.
Related.
I have one announcement.
What's up?
If you guys want to, if you are not subscribed yet, subscribe to the Nathan Simmons vlogs. Thursday, we are going to Winter Jam.
Yes.
So if you guys
I was going to keep that a secret for my vlog channel, but I guess it's okay to let them know.
Yeah.
So don't tell other people on the channel. I'm serious about that. Please don't.
Me?
No, other people that are watching.
Yeah.
If anybody watches this,
it's only one person.
I know, but people will go back and watch this probably after it's archived. Please do not go over to that channel and do it. I'm being serious. I want to keep it a surprise for when we do the vlog and the Winter Jam upload. It's supposed to be surprising. Maybe we'll do a live stream. Who knows?
Okay, guys.
You have to watch it to find out.
Yes.
Get the more views.
Okay, guys. Okay, last year we had 1,000. Oh,
we have 1.9K.
Let's up
views.
that to 2 million. Let's go, boys.
I want to keep getting more people, guys, and I want to keep reaching more people for Jesus. That's why we do all this filming. Reach more people for Jesus.
Yeah, Jared won't talk back. Come on, Jared.
Anyway.
Okay, guys.
Let's see, what else? So yeah. That's going to be fun. That's actually this Thursday, too, by the way. So you know even more information, guys.
I'm just trying to think of anything, really.
Yeah.
Oh, and one thing else. Guess who's Skillet is not going to be there this year, so it won't be as loud.
So praise Jesus for that.
But the news will.
I mean, now, I'm not like I don't like Skillet, but there are people that commented it was too loud, and I agree. I was there in person.
For sure.
And, yeah, they overdid it, like, a lot.
Jerry, if you have any questions, dude, you can send them in the comments, because we're waiting for you.
So, let's talk a little bit about our gaming
Jerry
channel.
just put, I'm sleepy.
Yeah.
Jared, wake up. We're sleepy, too. You don't see us.
Right. We're drinking our sodas and waking up here.
Yeah, see, look, Jerry, just get some soda in your system.
Yeah. And we're also awake because we want Zach to see this.
2 people watching.
Zach is subscribed too, so he technically could see this if he really wanted to. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the gaming channel, as I was saying. So we plan to do that. I know, but I guess might as well go into it. I mean, it's more interesting than not, you know. So gaming. What are we gonna do? Well, pretty much it's gonna be kind of viewer suggested. So he has some games, and he'll have to kind of talk about what those are because I don't know all the games that he's got. But we might do an intro like live stream that can talk about that because we got to change the name of the channel before we tell you what it is.
Come on, Jared.
But
hey, we have 2. I think we have. I think it's pause. Would it say I'm watching?
No, I don't think so.
We have 2 people watching. So Jared just put, I got school tomorrow. Jared, guess what? Who cares? What time? Okay, just tell me what time you guys get up in the morning. Tell me what time you guys get up in the morning, bud. Let's hear it.
Okay, let's talk about what time you're going into work tomorrow, sir.
7 a.m. and I'm still up.
And guess what? He has to leave earlier than that. That's when he has to be at work. So. Yeah,
Jared. And how old are you, Jared, again?
I don't remember his age.
I'm
being honest. Hey, Drew, do you know his age? Nope. Neither of us do. Sorry.
He's 18. I'm betting.
Just gonna guess.
Put your age in here and what time you need to be at work.
Hilarious if he's actually 18. That would be so funny.
What? Okay.
And I'm sorry I forgot Jared, by the way. But I haven't talked to you in a while, so I don't know.
Let's see.
Anyway.
There's 2 people are watching. So if
it doesn't count.
6:59 a.m. and I'm 19. Yeah.
Okay, 19.
I will be up before you, bud. Sorry.
You know you could just say that.
I'll be up before you, buddy.
You don't have to type back.
I'll be up at 6 a.m. and I'll be out the door before at 6:30, and I have to be at work 7. So you can.
And I'm going with him.
Yeah.
So
because he has to, because he's.
Well, I don't have to, but
yes, you do.
I want to, truthfully.
Yeah. Jerry, do you have anything else for us? Just ask us any other questions. And
in the meantime,
Jared, don't make him rude.
In the meantime, we've got a capture device already lined up for it that we can use. It's from our Encounter video stuff, so we're gonna have to be careful because we're using it a lot then. But yeah, we'll use that.
And if there's another person watching this, there's 2 people watching because my thing's paused. I don't think that would tell me if
I don't know. I don't know if it counts you or not. I'm not sure how YouTube works. So it's like hard telling.
I'm gonna exit out. There's still 2 people. Cause look.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
I'm just watching.
Let's see. So yeah, we got a capture card. He's gonna talk about more about games. Like I said, we're gonna we're gonna have to update the channel and stuff. So we'll make an intro video on there, but we'll tell you guys what it is.
Yeah.
When we get close to that point, because we got to rename the channel. We're gonna talk about that.
I'm trying to think of anything.
Because we had another friend that was originally going to help us and no longer is a friend. So.
Yeah. Okay, Jared, do you have anything else to talk about? Because we are kind of getting stuff out of stuff. So.
Yeah, so we're getting almost to the point of telling our testimonies if we don't have any more questions roll in. So.
Come on, Jared.
Questions, or we're going to move on to testimonies.
There's one more person.
Unless we can think of something else to talk about.
Jared just says, depending on my puppy not waking me up at 5 a.m. Yeah, Jared. Hey, Jared. That's why you don't have a puppy. Puppies are
or lock him out of your room. That's what I'd do.
Yeah, Jared.
Or
does he sleep? Or do you not? Or do you sleep on the couch or something? Because that's what we're gonna be doing.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna sleep on the couch. He's sleeping on like either he's gonna sleep on that, he said, or he's gonna sleep in the chair.
Jared, Jared.
He's
come
not
on,
sure.
Please send me.
He's got like 3
one
options.
more
Where he
question.
wants to sleep.
Jared, send us one more question, and then we'll leave you alone. Okay?
As he sends in 500.
Jared. Okay.
Okay. Anyway.
I'll keep watching that. So just in case if he sends us one before the testimony, she's very loud. Okay. Okay.
Earplugs.
Hey, what kind of puppy do you got?
Yeah, good question actually. We gave him a question instead of him giving us one.
Just tell us what kind of puppy.
We just clipped the mic. Oops, I laughed a little too loud. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
My bad, guys.
Okay, so we have. Okay, so what? If you want to roll any more questions, or
send them in now.
Send them now. I'll read them off when we're between, because Nathan will do his testimony, and then I'll look and see.
Yeah, I did my testimony first at small group. So guess what?
No, that's not fair.
And we're gonna talk about small group too.
Oh yeah.
There's plenty to talk about there, huh?
Okay, guys. You remember that guy we were talking about? Let's talk about small group first, because Zach. Remember that Zach guy we were talking about earlier?
We're gonna get into the full story behind it.
So we showed up to. So we signed up for small groups encounter, and we.
Okay, he's starting his testimony practically now. By the way, just so you know.
So I signed up for. Me and Nathan signed up for the same.
Yeah, you started off
actually
first.
I
yourself.
I signed up for the small group.
And you said it was weird going by yourself.
And his dog is a German Shepherd.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Hang on.
Nice.
Jerry, if you have any questions, send them in.
Yeah. We'll make sure we answer. But anyway, so, yeah.
I started off going by myself to small group.
And he said it was super weird going
It was
by
super weird, kind of.
And
because
it was weird even when both of us went. I'm just going to be honest.
These are all... Listen, it's just college kids getting together at a frat house. It was loud.
And listen, Zach, we love you, man, but that place was weird.
Yeah. Okay, so we're done. Let me. All right, so I signed up for small group, and I went the first time, and I was just like, kind of, like uncomfortable. Like I was just not speaking as much because it's just like I don't know these guys, and so and then we started going. Then Nathan joined. And then
because he asked me to. He was like, "Please join because it's like super awkward going by myself."
Yeah, it is. And then so
he didn't tell that, by the way, to Zach. So Zach, you just learned something new.
Yeah. So we just started going to the small group, and then we just hung out, and then it was more that we could hang out, me and him.
We hung out like so much more after that.
And then we just kept doing encounter on Mondays.
It continues to this day.
So small group us.
So
then we stopped. Actually, because we just don't want to. We didn't join a small group this semester because we don't really have. I don't really have the time, and Nathan. We don't have a small group leader.
Yeah. Let's just say our favorite one moved away. So
okay, Jared, that's enough. What'd you think of the Super Bowl? Don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Don't want to talk about it. Okay, but I'm going to say this now that I'm going to say this about the Super Bowl, that the Patriots had the rest paid because there was some pass interference that should have been called but wasn't called. So but next question.
So 2 years we went to Zach's group, by the way, and so that was what? What do you mean?
Car ride?
Oh gosh.
Should we tell him?
Then when we walked, you mean?
No, when you walked. Oh yeah, so
you went with me.
Uh-huh.
Oh wait, no. Mark went with me because he was like, "I'm not going in that either." I think it was Mark.
So when we went on this Bible study thing, small group, we went to small group with Zach, and we went to B-Dubs, the Buffalo Armies, and
he made a bad decision. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Now. He realized afterwards. He told me he made a bad decision. Sorry, Zach.
So we had Zach only had one card because he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't plan.
Well,
he didn't plan at all.
Yeah,
he didn't plan at all.
And so we're getting done. We're eating. We go into beat up, start eating, and we come out, and there's 7 of us for one car, and Zach can only fit 5. So
a new clown.
Actually 8. So we had 2 up front, 3 in the
Yeah, there's only 3 to the back usually.
3 in the back. No, there's 4 in the back actually with us.
Yeah.
And then so we had.
And then they had like
one in
one
the trunk.
And they said he also had one person sitting like literally like in the middle piece on the middle console.
Yeah. So and Nathan and Corey walked with you.
Okay. Anyway.
Corey walked with Nathan.
Because we were like, we're not doing that. And if they got pulled over, imagine they're fine. So if any police are watching this,
oh shoot, they can't do anything about it now.
I don't know if that. I don't know how that works. Anyway, but yeah.
Okay, so let's see about. And then we had small group. So we did small group for at least a year, and this year we're just not gonna do it because if we go back to another small group, we're just gonna miss Zach so much more.
Yeah.
So and let's see what else. And then now these days we just do encounter and then we hang out maybe during the week sometimes.
Whenever we're able to.
Yeah. And let's see.
And
then this year Zach had a thing of everybody doing their testimonies. It was awesome.
Yeah, and so let's continue to talk about your testimony because we kind of veered off the subject. So, first you started off when you talked about it at small group. You started off with how you started believing. So I'm gonna kind of do this interview style. How you start believing? What was your first point where you were like, I'm all in? Because I know you grew up in a Christian home, so you might want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I grew up in a Christian home. Let's see. All I've known, I've went to church since I've known, but and then just
So yeah, you've always known Jesus, but
hang on, Jared has a question for us. You got any challenges for on your channel? What?
This channel is not challenges. There might be some maybe on our main channel.
What's that?
I don't know. We can look into some stuff.
We'll look into that
because we do still have some Bean Boozled beans left. So I think that'd be good to do with somebody else, but we need to find somebody else that wants to do it with us.
Jared. Jared, you're
because
okay. That's fine. Let's just.
But I'm just saying
though.
Drew and I didn't mind doing it. We won in the previous one.
Oh yeah, there's a link in the. Maybe we can link that into this video. But it was Robert, me, and Nathan.
You can just look it up. It's called Bean Boozled Challenge.
And don't pay attention to the other kid. That wasn't the video. So it was So what was I saying? I can do it.
So
Jared said he can do it.
Okay, well then maybe we'll set that up with you. We'll private message us if you can figure out how to do that, Jared, and we'll talk out some details or send us text or something. I don't know if you have my number still.
I grew up in a Christian home as long as I've known for really.
Yeah. So
then
when did your faith kind of become your own? That was what I was about to ask you. So
when I got baptized, let's see.
Well, I'm saying what was the moment where you were like, "This is my own faith. It's not my parents' faith."
After I got baptized, I just remember. Oh yeah, it was at the old Crosswinds on.
Yeah, but did it start though? Where you had your own where it became your own before you got baptized? When was that moment when you
when I got baptized? Right after I got baptized, the couple weeks after I got baptized, I just.
So it was still your parents' faith after you got baptized at first, but then you realized this is something I want to hang on to.
Yeah, and then I just feel like it's just and then
okay.
So I grew up and then went to I used to live over in a small town. Moved over there. We moved over here. I went to 7 different churches.
Yeah.
Let's see. Went to Eastview. No, not Eastview. Yeah, I went to Eastview one time before I met you because my older brother used to go there. Wanted to go there, so I used to go there.
They become kind of a big church now.
Crosswinds. Let's see. There's a lot. So there was just I can't really name.
Yeah, he can't name all of them. But anyway, so
Bale, right?
Yeah.
Let's see, and then
that's a good spot now.
After that it was 2013. I got baptized. So then after that I just found out my own faith. Went through high school. I came homeschooled in the 3rd grade. So I started homeschooling, and then so I just became homeschooled, and then I went to college at Heartland for the first. didn't think I was gonna have that many friends in college because I'm not really good at making friends. But then I met Sir Nathan.
I know, like the first day, and that was the craziest part. Is I thought I was going to a public college. I was like, there's no way on earth I'm gonna have any other Christian friends. You know, yeah, I'm not gonna find any other Christians there. And then I met him right away, and I was like,
yeah,
are you kidding me?
And then I met Nathan, and then I walked. Then I met these friends.
That's a theater.
And then I met these.
Oh yeah, let's
friends.
talk about that.
Then I met these friends that I couldn't just dragged me down a little bit because Nathan was trying to tell me all like for one semester I was hanging out with him. He was trying to tell me it was taking me down my faith. I wasn't, and then.
And he was blowing it off like it was nothing.
Yeah, I was like, it's not. And I was just like, no, it's not really because I don't think it can. But and then
he sat with another guy at Encounter. It was always on his phone. Didn't pay attention to the service. And I could tell that he was dwindling. And I talked to Zach about this, and he didn't even know this until after, the fact. But I told him, I talked to Zach, and, he was like, let's just pray over it right now. And I felt like that kind of helped, too. Aiding the fact of getting back.
And then coming back from that was the spring semester. So coming back from the fall semester, I've noticed, and
I still
they had a lot of
drama.
They had a lot of drama, so I told them I wasn't going to be friends with them. So I came, and I started hanging out with Nathan and
yeah, and that was at Encounter too.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, that was
at
Encounter. That was
it was on the way home.
Monday night. It was Monday night.
We were
headed to the gas station.
We were on the way home. I thought.
No, we went to the gas station. We were going back to Edwards before cause
and Charlie was with us, right?
No.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't with us when this first happened.
I'm pretty sure he was.
This is when you walked away because you had said you weren't dealing with the drama anymore.
I'm pretty sure he was with us.
No, you texted. I'm not gonna say the name, but you texted the girl in the group and it had said that you weren't gonna be a part of that anymore. And you weren't gonna be part of that drama.
Jared, you are I'm the second. You are the second craziest person and friend.
So
for sure. Okay.
So yeah, he basically sent that.
I told him that I was done.
I thought we weren't talking about that certain somebody anymore.
Yeah. So and then
we were gonna bleep out his name too.
Bleep. Yeah, that guy. And then so we just started talking, and then. Then Encounter's going pretty good this year. So.
And then we were being, he left out this detail. So the reason we dropped that friend is he started hanging out with other group. And so he got tied in with other group that Drew previously walked away from, and I previously walked away from in high school. And I told him about that story afterwards. He knows all about it. I'm not going to go into that full detail in my testimony. But I do want to say that, he started hanging out with them, and he's been hanging out with them this year. And he's not been talking to us very much, in general.
Yeah, so...
And he stayed away from us, and so it's been just kind of me and Drew now, and I think it's better that way, because we're both believers in great ways.
Question. Does Jared know him?
Who?
The guy we're talking about?
Yep.
Because he just said Charlie has a job. Yeah, we know. Yeah. We know he has a job. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, he just kind of walked away from us. He's part of that group of, I don't know if you remember Sammy, though. She's the one that was kind of annoying in high school.
What's this?
That's the group. And then there's also this other guy, he wasn't part of high school, but Logan is his name. I'm just bringing up the names just so you know, Jared. I don't normally talk about them, though.
Okay, let's see. And then we just went through Encounter this year, so let's see.
And we've been without board audio. We just using our, microphone.
And it sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's worked pretty well this year.
So let's let Nathan finish his testimony, and then we'll probably see if there's any other questions, and then we'll probably get off.
Yeah, maybe.
Because
we might see if we can talk a little bit more about something, and we'll see if things come up. I'm just trying to think if there's other questions I have for you. And so, yeah, he's landed a permanent church place, too. He didn't say that, but he's at Grace. So, I'm over at Vale, he's at Grace. And
he's actually he's actually coming to my church this weekend.
I might try to bring my camera, too, because he said I should be good. So yeah, I don't think there should be any issue.
If we sit upstairs.
Yeah. I'll bring that in a small tripod, and we can make it work. Because then I can see what we can get,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're gonna just, I'm gonna just see what it's like. I'm just kind of curious.
Because I didn't tell him about it, but
yeah, he said it's similar to Vale. He said just a different version.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we need to plug in the computer. Hang on a second, guys. We're running up a computer wire. Yeah, my assistant's going to run up a plug to my computer because apparently our battery's running
Is
low.
it plugged in?
Yes.
Oh, it's plugged in. We're good.
Should
We're
be.
good. It's
Okay.
good.
Yeah, it's charging. Yellow. Yeah, I mean orange.
Okay,
whatever.
Jared. Thank you
Okay,
for.
so
your turn. Can I?
Let me think. I'm just making sure that there's nothing else, because I go into real depth. Oh yeah, what was the part that oh yeah, I know what happened. Yep, there's the tear crusher. Remember that one?
Nope.
Yep, you gotta talk about that part.
What?
The one that made you.
I just talked about it.
No, there was that one part. You remember which one we're talking about?
Hey, wait.
The one that we talked about, Drew. That
Ooh, Jared, this is
at a small group.
Time out.
Made you.
This is actually a good question, Jared. Thank you. What do you see yourself doing in 5 years? That's a hard one.
Still hanging out with him, I hope.
Still hanging out with this kid.
I really hope.
What?
I mean, no matter what I want to.
It's like this. Is this reality or like fantasy? Like
I think he's saying reality.
What are you saying, Jared?
I'm almost for certain he's saying reality.
Can we do both? Because I have a fantasy I really want to do in 5 years. Video on Winter Jam. Boom. That'd be awesome.
No.
Traveling the world.
Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome? And then Bill post it online.
Oh, for
so
sure.
Awesome.
But reality?
I mean, that could be reality, though. You never know.
Really? Cause
whatever God sets up, you know? And that's actually kind of what I have for my reality. I think it's whatever God sets up because I don't know. You know, as Christians, that's one of the things that we rely on is the Bible. And I don't even know, for sure what I'm doing after this year of college. It's just, like, I want God to be the center of everything I do.
I'm still trying to fuse what you're...
So, like, one of the things, though, I don't know that this would ever be possible, but it would be cool to move into a place with him. It just has, friends, I'm saying. So, like, like apartment or something in the future, or, even just if he was to hang out with me more over at my house, if I eventually have a house or something. I don't know what's going to happen because God tells the future.
Yeah, really.
That's what I say from my...
And really, hey,
what about you?
We don't...
Same thing?
I'm with him on like that. God has a plan for us. But like,
yeah.
We don't know if we'll be alive in 5 years. God could really...
He could take us out tomorrow, If he really wanted to take us up, he could take us up whenever he wants. Okay, so that's his decision, not ours, because we're here on this earth because of him, so he's able to take us wherever he wants us to take us in this world. And sometimes it can be based on our dumb decisions in life, too, if we do something stupid. So you never know. Yeah. You never know if we could be alive tomorrow, so it just is what it is. You just gotta be thankful to God for every day you get. And I feel like we have a good plan on here on the earth, but we'll see what God does, What may he do? Okay, so back to the thing. So yeah,
I'm not here. I'm still not figuring it out. Was it my testimony?
Yeah, it was part of your testimony because if you remember, we were talking back and forth about stuff, and you were talking, I think, about.
Oh yeah, wait. Yeah. I have one more thing. So when we were in small group, we had a nickname. Oh yeah, SpongeBob and Patrick, because we used to like we were always together. And then one night in small group, Zach's like, "Hey guys, how about this? We got SpongeBob and Patrick here this weekend."
There was one spot though. I swear I know there was one time in the testimony
when I started talking about with Forbidden the people. That's the only time I cheered up really almost.
Yeah, I know, but like though, wasn't there? Why would that have been though? I
don't think of anything.
I swear there was something. 'Cause I know there's something that really because I got a little teary eyed during it, and it was something important. I think it's just the fact that I say one of the things that makes me a little like wow is just the fact that God's kept us together so long, and He put us together like that immediately.
I'm trying to think of what.
I don't know. I know that there was a point, and I hate that I can't think of it.
I'll be right back. I think I have my notebooks in my room.
Okay, you write down stuff?
Pretty sure.
I didn't know that you wrote down different things like that. Yeah, so I'm going to let him look through that. In the meantime, I'm going to kind of tell you guys a little bit of my story. I'm just going to start from the beginning and go up until now. So, how did things start out for me? Well, I grew up in a home where it's quote-unquote Christian parents. They call themselves Christians, but it's not really shown, and it was a struggle.
Okay. I couldn't find it. But
yeah, I grew up with quote unquote Christian parents. They say they were Christians, but it's not. There's no evidence that they are. So what else?
What?
Is there? Next what? Yeah, next.
I used to watch SpongeBob and Patrick. I did not hear that, Jared. He said, "Did you hear that the creator of SpongeBob had passed away?"
No.
I did not hear that.
Anyway, moving back to testimony. So yeah,
I'm so confused by it.
I always went to church when I was young with my grandma, and I didn't really have a belief of my own on it. I just went there just to go with her. Back then it was just kind of I went just because she went, on Sundays, and just because I was with her most of the time on Sundays. So I go through the motions and just I'm there, and so this is at a little roadside church. I don't even remember the name. It was like so long ago. It's this little tiny church. It's like wow, how far we came since then. But it was really good. It was a pretty good church. I mean, it had kind of weird music, but anyway, we're there and we continue with the, going there. And one of the weeks they're like, "Is anybody want to give their life to Jesus today?" And there were some songs that kind of hit me, and there is a story behind that. There's a specific song also that kind of hit me that week before. I forgot about that part. So I was I think in maybe junior high, maybe it was elementary, I'm not sure. But anyway, I did have a bad day at school that day, even though some people might not believe you could have a bad day at that age. You trust me, you can.
Yeah.
So I get on the bus and I'm listening to the pop radio station, and personally I'm not a fan of pop music. I'm not a fan of any of that rap and whatever else is on the radio. Most of it's just tasteless, personally in my opinion. I think it's just a lot of the stuff that's just repeats, basically, of the same stuff. And I don't know what Drew's idea is of, good music. I mean, I know he likes to listen to a lot of worship, but I don't know if he likes any other kinds. I mean, I like country a little bit.
Same.
But that's about it for my vocabulary as far as music. What about you?
Same.
Yeah, so I figured this is similar, but I didn't know because I'm not always around him when he's listening to music. So anyway, and some of our Christian stuff is a little borderline rock, but it is Christian. It's got words about Jesus in it. Mm-hmm. And yeah. Anyway, oh yeah. By the way, Lauren Daigle said that she's not technically a Christian artist. I don't know if you guys know
Who?
that. Lauren Daigle.
Who's that?
She's one of the Christian artists that sings "You Say." There's a few
Really?
other songs, yeah. And the interesting part, though, is if you listen to some of her previous stuff, she's she said that she said it even that she's a Christian around people, and she said that they classify. This has happened with Lecrae too, because he's actually said he wasn't a Christian too.
I can see that.
So
I heard Lecrae some songs, and he some songs he can cuss in. So
yeah, They changed, and what happens is they try to get a hold of people like that have a Christian heart and love God, and they try to pull them into the secular world. Whether they want to come out and say that or not,
yeah,
it's the truth. And I hate to say it because I loved some of that music. I loved Lauren Daigle's stuff back when she was Christian, but now she's changed into the secular world, and she doesn't talk about Jesus at all in any of her interviews anymore. She went on like some of the secular stations and talked about secular things instead of talking about motivation from God. It's a motivation for people now. So she turned a worldly view, and there's video proof of that.
Okay.
So anyway, point being, let's get back to the testimony. But yeah,
Jared, nobody asked you.
What?
Nobody asked you what kind of music you like, Jared.
What is he saying?
Music for me is pop, rock, and a little country. Yeah. I could do the
country.
Little country. I could do the little country, but with the pop and the rock.
Man.
Hey,
Jared,
Jared. Yeah, the Christian rock, but the pop, the rock. Throw that out the window, please.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't see it, but there's a window right over there.
Yeah, I got a story about that my parents don't know either. So yeah, I'll talk about that. So, what? What?
I thought I heard the door.
That'd be
So-
creepy.
I know, it's those.
Yeah, they have radiators.
But.
What?
I was like, I keep hearing things outside, but.
So freaking out a little bit?
Yeah, just in case because if Dakota does come home.
That'd be scary.
Yeah, it would be.
He'd really scare me.
Okay, finish up.
I'd probably run. Anyway, so, yeah, now I got off track because of the radiator and stuff.
You were
so
talk about the story that your parents don't know.
yeah, I'll talk about that in a little bit. So I was on the bus going home. I flipped on the pop station because that's what I listened to back then. I don't like it at all anymore, but I turned it on. That wasn't suiting my needs. Went to the country. I flipped through some country and stuff like that because I listen to country and I still do because I still like some of the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Most of it's fairly clean that I listen to. There's some that's a little bit borderline that I'm not a big fan of, but you know. Anyway, I all of a sudden come across 91.5, and I never went to that low end of the dial, but you know, I was just randomly seeking through stations, and that one came through crystal clear, and you hear the radio DJ say, "This is a song from a very special person named Mercy Me. It's called I Can Only Imagine." So here we go. And they cue up the song. And I wish I had the background music right now because it's so special. And we later on found out about it.
What is it?
I Can Only Imagine. It's about the movie actually that we saw. And wow, his story is so crazy. I didn't realize what it is. I think it's that one, but I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it in here with the volume on your phone. What the heck?
Hang on. It's just an ad. I don't know why there's an ad on there. Subscribe to this.
I don't know. Hopefully this doesn't get copyright. I don't think it would.
I don't think it will, yeah, but we'll see.
But yeah, anyway.
Here we go.
We're just going to cue it up in the background. Might want to have a little bit lower. Anyway, the song talks about his dad. And his dad had a hard relationship with his son. And I didn't know about any of this until afterwards, but apparently, you know, I'm going to go back to kind of my story. Apparently this was played at my grandpa's funeral and at their wedding that day, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
So it's like very special to my grandma. No.
Oh.
I'm not married.
No, I said yours.
Yeah.
I didn't know, like, cause you said, cause you were on the type of the only thing imagine. I was like, how do you know that? How do you know that was played at his grandpa's funeral? I was like,
that's my grandpa. Yeah, my grandpa Simmons, and my grandma. You know, as you know her on YouTube, on my main channel. So, you know, they played this and it was super special. At the end of the song, my eyes were just like bawling. And the next week at church, you know, I'm there and they're like, you know, they play some worship and it's just like so impactful and my heart, you know, just like overflows. Man, I get emotional just talking about it. And then, you know, it gets to the point where, let me think. So yeah, then they ask about, you know, if anyone wants to accept the Lord in their heart today. I'm just like, yep, me. I'm like, yes.
yeah.
100%. So I went down to the altar, prayed the prayer, and, you know, I had accepted the faith in my own. And then we fast forward a little bit. I stopped going to that church. I think it was because it was mainly just too far out of town. And music was getting kind of outdated and stuff. And there were some other things that we weren't too big a fan about the church. So I went searching for another church. Came across Victory Church.
That was another church I went to.
And that church was very special to me. And there was a lot of things that I loved about it.
Wait.
My parents didn't like it though.
Hang on. What year did you go there?
I don't know.
Because I'm pretty sure. I think we could have met back then. Because I'm pretty sure. I went to Victory. About 5 years ago?
I don't know. We could have ended up seeing each other and we wouldn't even known.
Probably.
Okay. It's possible. You never know.
Let me keep this one.
You can go ahead and fade it down. But yeah, so it's a special song. But so we fast forward to Victory. And I liked the church. My parents didn't, though, on the other hand. My sister told them lies about they were teaching the wrong stuff there and saying a bunch of stuff that was not being said. I know that because I was in classes and their Sunday school program was great there. But one of the things I think that really make my parents mad is one of the people sent them a note because I wanted to be baptized. And they sent them a note because I was too afraid to ask them. My parents don't know that either. And I didn't talk about it at small group either because it's a kind of a touchy subject because it makes me upset a little bit. But, so anyway, yeah, they went to send him a letter, and I don't even know if my grandma knew that part. But anyway, they sent a letter to my parents home with me that week, and they read it, and they were like, "You're not going there anymore." So they forced basically me and my grandma to find a different church. They told us we couldn't go there. They didn't, even say, "We'd rather you not go there." They just said, "You're not." So they cut it off for us. So my grandma was like, "Okay, we'll try to find a different church, I guess." She really loved that church too, in a lot of ways. And we come across the church that another problem happened at. Man, God's brought me through a lot. Let me tell you.
For sure.
So, but I praise Him because I never would have been where I am today without it. So I start over at Eastview. Oh boy. So I start out in the junior high ministry over there. I loved it. I loved where they used to have it too. It was a really good experience, and I wish they filmed those because that was really good. They had a lot of good worship, and it was inside of a gymnasium back then. It was a really ratty gym, but it was really nice for what it was. A bunch of junior highers would just come in there, hang out, and worship God. And man, that was most of the service. It was just worship back then too, which was really awesome. They had short teaching, which was really nice. Because sometimes I feel like it is too long. It's for some teaching. I like the ones over at Vale, even though they're 30 minutes long. They're pretty good teaching usually. So, they preached, and they had a lot of worship before and after that. And, so yeah. Then I go ahead and go back with my grandma into the adult sanctuary after that because I was too worried to go to high school ministry. I tried it out with a friend at the time, but then that friend wasn't able to go to the church anymore. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing it. This is before they remodeled it too, so this place looked pretty old. And before the church was so incredibly huge. So yeah, it's like a giant stadium out there now. So anyway, I think that's part of the reason why something happened later on, because I think they got too professional. We'll talk about that in a minute. So I started going to the high school ministry a few weeks later because my grandma was like, "Just try it," and I was like, "Well, I knew this one guy named Matt Fogel, and Matt, you're a good person, but there was some things wrong with the way that your church handled the situation that happens later on. Because I love you as a person, but I don't like what your church did. I'll be honest. And I'm going to be honest fully about what happened. I haven't came out on video about this ever before, but I think it's just the time for it. It's my testimony. It's going to get said. So here goes the full rundown about why I'm where I'm at now, that I love this church too, so God definitely opened a better door. And He realized, that there was just some stuff going on. So, I go over there and, I start filming with my own camera as I'm, there, because Matt knows that I did video, and he was cool with it. And I offered to make him a YouTube page. Matt was like, "Okay, sure." So it was called Eastview Students High School. Well, eventually I had to get changed to Nathan Simmons because what happened was the church got wind of it and they were not happy. They were not happy that I was using the name of the ministry, which was totally ridiculous. I can't tell you how ridiculous that was.
Yeah,
they legit went to Matt and were like, these video cameras that I had were not even nearly professional, and they were like, they were telling him it makes the church look bad. We can't have that up there. La 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 la. Whatever. They made up excuses. I'm just gonna be honest. So anyway, they told him, and he came to me and said, yeah, we have to change the name. But he was like, you can change it to just something else that's not related to Eastview, and you can still keep posting the videos. I don't have a problem with them. So we continue to post videos. And, it continues on. We have full services. And then Eastview tries to send in somebody. This really irked me too about him. So they send in this guy to film the service. The full sermon, and not the full service, but they just sent him in to film this sermon. And they put it right on the Eastview page. They didn't come to me. No. They just decided, no, we're going to put this other guy in there to try to compete. And try to get views on our channel for the same exact stuff I was filming. Except mine's the whole thing with good audio quality from the audio board that they had there. Because I was getting it from a USB stick and syncing it all up in post. And I worked hours after the service. So that really made me mad when they were going up there and editing a sermon in like 30 seconds, uploading it to YouTube on their own page, when they could have done that with my videos all along. And they could have got me better equipment too, because they had plenty of it, clearly. They're a mega church. I'm sorry to say, but it's true. So, continuing on from that. A few weeks go by, and Matt decides to introduce me to the guy. Because I told my feelings on it. And he said he didn't think that that's what the guy meant to do. He didn't, he didn't say anything about the church, so I don't know if the church on purposely did it. I have a feeling they did just because of the way things went. Because they knew about my channel. So, they did it on purpose. That's my feelings. So anyway, I get introduced to this guy. His name was Sean. I'll just say that's his first name. I'm not going to say the full thing. So, I meet Sean, and, he lets me film the sermons, but he says we can't film... Well, he said we can film worship, but it has to be for your own personal use. You can't upload it anywhere. And he wasn't even supposed to technically do that, apparently. Later on found out from him. So, Anyway. Because he didn't know that himself, by the way. So I'm not trying to get you in trouble if you somehow managed to find this video. But, yeah, your team was not great. The main people, I should say. And so we had bad lighting people. Fast forwarding a few weeks later, I eventually ran all of it on my own, and he let me actually upload the video footage to YouTube. That's why it's on there. So he let me upload it as unlisted, and so we could only share it out through a link. But then, you know what? It eventually got to the point where Matt was just like, you can put it as public. Nobody's going to care. So we put it up as public, and we kept live streaming and putting the services up. So we had multiple good angles and stuff. Had direct audio from the soundboard, but people were mixing the audio wrong, and they asked me to help fix it. They asked me. Keep that in mind for later on in the story, because there's a certain something that happens. They didn't take any of my point of view into consideration. I'll talk to you about that. So, let's just fast forward a little bit. Services are going great, whatever. I'm recording, and then we get towards the bad part. So, I go in there one of the days to get the camera and go film. And keep in mind, I did this all on my volunteer. I didn't get paid for it. I edited videos, back behind there for free without pay. So I was volunteering everything, my time, money that I had spent on capture devices, computer stuff, all that. And yes, I know that I probably was not needing to buy all this stuff, but I wanted to help it out. So, anyway, I go ahead and do that. I pay for it, whatnot. And then we get into the point of, I go into the office the one day, go to get my camera stuff. And Matt's, literally comes out to see me at my desk, because I'm waiting for Sean to get there, because Sean said he would be in a little bit. And he says, we need to talk. Oh, no. Here's where it gets really upsetting. I hate saying this part. So, calls me into his office. He showed me around, trying to make, light of the situation, trying to help me out, because he knows he's going to let me down. He says, he said this in the services, I'm going to be moving churches, as you know, and I've talked to some of the audio guys and video team guys, which those guys are not even included from Big Church, but he talked to some of the video team members, and also this guy, I'm not going to tell you his name, but he's a real jerk, and he runs the main audio for the students' high school ministry. So I was mixing all my audio and stuff because they asked me, like I said. So he says, sit down with me and we're going to talk about something. So we start the conversation off. He starts the conversation off by saying he loves my servant heart, but he would like me in the future to find a different place to serve in the church. And my heart just drops. Because he knows how much I love video.
And he called me right after that and told me about it.
Yeah. And well, actually, I didn't know you back then because I was in high school. But I did tell you later on when we started, hanging out as friends.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so my heart drops. I'm upset.
I thought I went 1 week with you and you were... I was with you and you were serving ECU in this...
Yeah, you did go... Well, you did go with me. Although that's weird. Because I was still in college. I was in college still when I was serving. But they told me I was able to do that still. So, yeah, I did tell him, actually. So, anyway, we were over there. And, I was over there and he said, I'd like to find, I'd like you to still stay at this church. I'd like you to find somewhere else to serve. And I said, I can't, Matt. I can't. God, I feel like God's put this on me, this burden on me to do this. And I know it's something that he wants me to do. And I've seen how much I've excelled at video. And despite my vision and despite what everybody else says, I've done such a good job, I feel like, at video. And I feel like God's put that passion there for a reason. He wouldn't just take it away. As you could tell by the next thing that happens later on. So, I'm like, I simply can't, Matt. And there's other spots. And then he said, this is the part that made me upset about the church too, especially. So he said, the video team has been looking at your work, which, first of all, they had no permission from me to be looking at my stuff. Because half of those videos that I sent to Matt, he probably showed to them, but they are set as unlisted for a reason. Because I didn't want to have everything public, especially to those guys, because they don't need to be paying attention to it anyway. So they had bad lighting people. First of all, there's one guy that was really nice, but he always messed up lighting every week, and it was after Sean left, because Sean was helping me out getting the lighting and everything straight, because he would talk to him, and they would listen to him. But when I tried to talk to him about lighting, they said nope. We want it better for the students. We interviewed some students, and they said they want it like this. And first of all, you do not interview students about lighting. That is a huge no. Dustin even said that to me. You do not interview students about how your lighting goes because they will make it bad. Because half of these kids, they just want to sleep. They don't even want to be in the service. Their parents force them to go to church, at this age, most of them. And so most of them just want it darker so that way they can sleep. And you also just don't interview them about your lighting because they will change everything about it. So... instead, they're listening to other kids that are younger than me and don't have any experience lighting. So, yeah, that's already interesting. Okay. And the audio guys were forced to tell them about because they asked if I had been in the booth, but they wouldn't listen to the fact that because I heard one of the guys told me later on that he tried to stand up for me, but they wouldn't listen to that part. They would only listen to the fact that I was in the booth, and I supposedly wasn't supposed to be. Even though they told me to fix my audio because they don't know how to mix camera levels. And do you want Eastview, if you're watching this, do you want them to blow out your microphone levels on your camera so your microphone would no longer work? I didn't think so. So why would you do it like that? They didn't have it preset properly either. It preset way up, so they were turned up way too loud. And when Sean was there, he would readjust them every week for me. You guys don't probably know that because he was gone that week. And I felt bad.
The quad is not good. It's like it's flipping through the...
Oh, it just does that every once in a while. It's okay. So, let's talk about this. So, Dustin was... no, not Dustin. That's the new guy over at New Church. I'm getting my people mixed up. Okay, so Sean wasn't even there that week. He was gone. And so they had a meeting without Sean there. And so Sean didn't even get a say-so. And I know he would have stood up for me. And Matt couldn't stand up for me probably because he was leaving churches. And I don't even know if he would have. I'm not sure. I'm not going to judge him. Because I don't know. I don't know if he was, kind of backstabbing me behind my back or not. I'm not going to make any judgment on that. I don't know. If he would have stood up for me. If he was staying at the church or not. So, I lost that. And, I was like... My grandma wasn't even feeling well that day in general. So, I call her, And she's, just been driving around and stuff throughout the day. And so I'm like, Grandma, can you come get me? I'll talk to you about it when you get here. Why? Because she's like, aren't you going to be filming? And I'm like, no, I'll talk to you about it when I get in the car. And she understood after a while. It took a little bit of convincing because she didn't really get it either. She thought she was kind of on their side at the start, at least Matt's side. I don't know if she's on the church's side with that because it didn't sound like she was. But we tried some other churches, and the first church we come across is Vale Church. I was looking up their services online, and that's how I found them. Vimeo. See, now this is why you post a full service, because look at what kind of people can draw into your church. And they're at a new location, and so we were, I followed their social medias, and, I check it out. Their social media, literally, that evening I get home, and this is more in detail than I went in a small group, but I figure I can because we got a live stream going on. So, and plus it's kind of interesting. Drew doesn't know all this either, so he's learning too. As we go, right? So, anyway. So, we go into the point of... what was I saying? Oh yeah, so we go to the point of... I go home that day. I followed their social medias just to kind of see what they're about. See, a little bit more of their vision and whatnot. And I get ding on my iPad. So I pulled my iPad. I'm like, what is this? Oh, Vale Church posted something. So I unlocked it. And it says, camera, video team members needed. That same day that I went to the church. I already loved the church service. I listened to Pastor Ted. He was great. Mm-hmm. I listened to the music. The worship music was amazing. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to meet this Dustin guy. Because I was like, a little leery. But okay, I'm going to try this. Because, it's a very professional setting. It's an adult worship service versus a high school. And I'm running with multiple cameras. So I'm like, I don't think I'm going to get into this thing. I go there. And I'm serious, Drew. I had no confidence in myself at all that I was going to make this. Because I went there, and you didn't know this. But I went there, and I was like, I'm not going to get in this. My grandma doesn't even know that. I was just like, I'm not.
Injured.
Yep, I got in there right away. So... I literally go there, and he tests me, and he's like, okay, so what happened here? Because I realized your video skills are really good. And I was like, well, I was at a previous church. They let me go. They said my video quality was not good. And he was like, your quality is just fine. The only thing we could work on is a little bit like smoother pans, and so he taught me some skills on that. There's some things that you could do with the tripod for that. And so he helped me with that. And he said that you were performing fine other than that. And so your lighting was not an issue, your focus was not an issue. And so that's what they were saying in the Eastview video. They said that they couldn't find a professional spot for me on the professional Eastview team because I wasn't professional enough. They said my focus was bad, my exposure was bad. Two things caused by bad lighting. Focus stayed, though, fine. I don't know what they're talking about with focus because that's incorrect. Very invalid. Drew has watched the services himself. He knows.
Eastview just did him wrong. So.
Yeah, and I'm not saying everybody there is bad, but you gotta be careful. It's a mega church, so if you get into a mega church, just don't expect it to necessarily be all glitz and glamour. There's spots where we're regular people as Christians. I understand we make mistakes, but that was really sad. Because for you to say that and put a person down like that, that's just not cool when that's their passion. I don't think Matt even realized how much he hurt my feelings because I didn't, cry in front of him or anything. But I bawled when I got out to the car. Man, because that just hurt so bad after I'd done all that work for them all those years. Yeah. I got baptized there too, by the way. Mm-hmm. Wish I'd gotten baptized at Vale.
Yeah.
Really wish I did.
So... Vale. So that guy was complimenting you on it, so...
Yeah, and then I started being part of the video team. He said, when can you start? I said, as soon as you can put me on, on whatever you have to do, your onboarding process. He said, we can get you set up with somebody next week to see how you do during an actual practice session. And you come for a whole service. And basically what they do is they watch you, they see how, smooth your pans are and stuff. Now, of course, they don't need any more video team members right now, but I'm just kind of telling you guys what goes on. We do need more, but they don't as of right now.
Yeah.
So anyway, panning and stuff, they just see how your pans and tilts and stuff are during the practice. You know, see what shots you can get, give you some ideas. And then during the actual service, they watch you and just see how you did. And after that, if you check out, then they onboard you. And that's how simple it was. And he said I was good. And ever since then, I've been running camera 2 there. And camera 2 is my favorite camera. I'm honest.
It's like if you're watching this, can we borrow that camera for Encounter?
Yeah, Dustin, hook me up. Hook your boy up.
Okay. Anything else you want to talk about?
There'd never be a way he would do that, but
Let's see.
okay. Anyway, let's see here. So yeah, so that happens. Let's talk about a little bit about my relationship with Drew, because I didn't get into that just because I was mainly saying that towards the end and talking about this stuff first, because I think that's about where I'm caught up to normal day as far as my church life.
I'm confused, Jared. Since I feel bad to you.
Yeah, for Eastview, for the Eastview thing, I'm guessing.
I don't know. We'll see. Okay.
So if that's what you're saying for Jared, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It was an upsetting day.
It was.
Yeah. I mean, I think Drew understands, because, you know, just especially if you had some you're passionate about. I mean, I know you're more passionate about Encounter than you used to be, too. He didn't used to be that into it at the start. He's like, okay, we're doing this video thing. Okay. You know, what?
It's like, yeah, what is this again?
So I can tell that his heart's got more passionate, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like that's what has happened.
Okay.
Is you've gotten a lot more, you know, caring about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I think I'm with you on that one. I just feel like when we, in like, beginning of the semester, oh my gosh.
Yawn again.
Oh yeah, like, I think there's like ups and downs in this.
Yeah. Now we've kind of gotten things to where it's pretty stable. It's pretty, you know, good.
Yeah, so.
There's little waivers, but, you know, that's within a Christian walk. So anyway, and I feel like also we make up really quickly, which is a good sign of showing friendship, because like if we have a
we've had a lot of fights. We've had a lot of fights in our friendship, but that
was mainly like the first year we knew each other, though. This year there hasn't been like really mainly any. I mean, you know, there's been like little things, but they were like little, and we were like,
okay,
you know, this is silly to fight about. Life is too short for fights and all that crap. Anyway, so we continue on. So let's talk about me and Drew and our relationship, because you kind of heard some of Drew's side. It was really interesting was when we started first riding the Heartland bus. Let's just say our first experience was not that fun. We had a driver that was going like 95 miles an hour.
Almost killed us.
Yes. So we go to get on this bus, right? And we get on over... No, we get... This is talking about yellow first.
Oh, yeah.
That first day we rode. So we get on, and the driver starts moving before we're in our seats.
And doesn't even wait till we're in our seats.
We're walking down the aisle, and he just takes off. We don't know that there's, you know, rails or anything. It's our first day taking the bus. So we show him our passes, because we're like, okay, how does this work? Oh, show us a pass? Okay. So we show the pass. That's back when it did it like that. And so this is the yellow going to Uptown. So, well, no, because it's going from Heartland to Uptown.
I thought we were headed to Heartland for class.
No, we were headed up to Uptown. We did start to take the bus after that, but
yeah, we
got freaked out this first time because of this. So
hey, I got dibs on explaining the Jewel one.
Oh yeah, because that one's more relatable, especially to you, because this was your idea to take the bus that day. Okay, so anyway, that was an interesting story.
Finishing your story.
Yeah. Anyway, he just takes off. I'm not kidding. We're like literally about to fall over. This dude just like sprints out of there. He's definitely going over, you know, campus regulation as far as speed limit. Anyway, he's going, and he's going. And then we get onto the main road. I'm not kidding. That thing sounds like a jet engine taking off.
And those brakes
he jams the brakes.
I haven't had one driver that eased on the brakes. I've had one. Rod did. Not Rod.
And Ron does.
Ron, yeah.
Yeah, Ron's always very mindful of people.
Okay, finish your story then.
But there are a lot of them that do. It's like they play the drums like our encounter drummer does.
Okay, finish your story.
Anyway.
Are you done?
So yeah, we ride uptown. We're like just fearful for our lives. We're like, are we gonna make it off this bus alive? Seriously. And that like gave us a bad representation of our first Connect Transit ride.
I have 2 stories.
What's the other one?
You'll hear it.
I want to know beforehand so I know if it's okay to tell.
Oh
no, yeah, let's not explain that because
why not?
I mean it's not even something that's very easy to explain because we don't have video of it or anything.
We don't have video of this one.
Let's just like sum it up. It was a fight that happened.
I still don't like the card pass on the bus.
Yeah, the ones aren't as bad now. The way that Heartland works is they swipe them now. I like that better.
Does Jared go to Heartland?
I don't know.
Do you go to Heartland, Jared?
I don't think he's. I don't think so.
Because why would you?
Maybe he does a different way of taking the bus. I don't know. Anyway, let us know. So anyway, yeah. What was I saying?
You were saying about the bus. We're fearing for our lives. And
yeah. So we're getting close to uptown, and this driver pulls in uptown like super fast, and then all of a sudden he's getting like really close to this bus. So we're like, is he gonna crash? And he goes, I'm not kidding you. This dude slams the brakes.
He does.
And we literally like launch. We're sitting down. We launch into the metal frame in front of us. And we didn't know how to report bus drivers back then, but he deserved it. The really fun one will be Jewel.
And there's 2. Actually, there's another one I want to explain.
Oh.
We can put that one. Okay, so there's.
I'm explaining the silver one.
Why?
Because I know what I know that was probably one of them.
Silver.
What the?
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about that one. You talk about Brown because this one was relatable to me. So Brown,
actually,
you talk about.
Relatable to me because I kind of did the you know what.
What? Yeah, I know, but I was. You could talk about the phone call when we got back to my grandma's neighborhood. So
the Brown bus, we were. Let's see, what were we doing?
So
we at Julasco. We were at Julasco. We were just getting.
We were heading from his house. No, we headed from your house to Julasco because you were at your mom's at that point. So
and we were headed.
We get legit on the bus, right?
Going to ISU.
No, we weren't headed to ISU. We were headed first. We were going to Jewel because we were getting sodas before we went to ISU that day.
Yes, we got our sodas. So we went to Jewel, got our sodas, and then we
catch the Brown.
We were on the subject of either we would walk to ISU or ride the bus, and I was like, let's just ride the bus because it's buses pulling up. So
yeah, and we have our IDs.
And we got our IDs, so we showed him our ID. We walked back, and so we're about to pull off, and the guy
just hits,
and the guy
like I'm not kidding.
Speeds around the corner, and almost hits a car.
This dude goes like 100 miles right out of the gate.
And I look when we round the corner driving, and because there's a mirror I can look in. I look, and he's looking down at his phone.
And I'm not kidding you. He was going. And this was an old 300 series bus, so they're even scarier because they're like, it's really smelling bad.
Yeah.
And
so
one time we had the power going on one of the buses. That was fun.
Okay, and then we're on our way to ISU, and the guy just was on his phone, and Nathan has another story for you guys, and he was just on his phone, and we didn't know back then who to complain to about it either. So we're like,
yeah.
And then
we just get off, and no, we did know who to complain to. We knew who to call Connect Transit, but he didn't have a name tag, so we couldn't call.
Yeah. So Nathan, you're up.
Oh boy, do I have a story for you? Okay, so we start off. We're over at Walmart. I'm not gonna tell you the color of the bus because that will be too relatable to where I'm located now. Because you would know, pretty much, because there's only certain neighborhoods this bus services. So I'm not gonna say it, just because Drew doesn't live at home anymore, and also there's plenty of Brown stops. So anyway, I take this bus. We're gonna just say this bus from Walmart, and I'm not gonna say which Walmart either. So we would take it from the Walmart, and we're driving. We're headed to my grandma's. So we go. This guy, first of all, we show him our IDs, and he's I say hi. he's dead silent. He doesn't respond back. I'm like, okay, whatever. You're a jerk. Whatever. It's 8:01, and this is the bus 8:01. There's plenty of stories for that bus. But anyway, we get to the back, and it's really hot. So we go to open the window. I'm the one that goes to open it, and he's just like, he says something really quietly, and we're like, what was that? He said, "Put the damn window shut," or something like that.
Yeah.
He was like really crabby about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, actually, it was more like, "Shut the damn window," or something.
Yeah,
like that.
and then we're
like, "Okay, shit."
we're on our way back to his grandma's.
So we're like, "Okay, we'll just do it. We'll listen to him because."
And we got to the bus stop.
And later on, by the way, too, I did talk to somebody, and they said, if that ever was to happen to you again, just keep the window open. He can't tell you what to do. Anyway, there's no name tag up there, so we're like, okay, great.
And so when we got off the bus,
so we're driving, down the road, and it's like, oh. I mean, we're seeing stuff at this point. I'm not kidding you.
Jared,
there's one.
Do not say anything. Because he says, "I still don't like the car pass. My grandpa drives on the highway like that, like 80 or 90. I don't go to Heartland, and I know which one you're talking about." Of course you do. Shh.
Yeah. Shh. Seriously.
Okay, so then we.
So yeah. So we're on there, and I'm not kidding. We're seeing stuff because it's hot. I'm not kidding about.
We're sweating, and
bad.
we're starting to take. We had sweaters on, so we were just taking them off. So we're just like.
And then we were like wringing them out after we got back. It was bad. I'm not kidding you. So anyway, we're on here. I mean, and you can see other people are like fanning themselves with what they've got with them.
Yeah, really.
It's bad. This dude has his window shut up at the front too. The air conditioner's not running. At that time, the air conditioner did work on that bus too.
Mm-hmm.
So he had no excuse not to have it on.
Okay.
Because that air conditioner does blow really nice when it works.
And so when we got.
So we get back over to my grandma's neighborhood, and he stops suddenly. He's just as much of a jerk. He takes off just as fast as the other guys do. Whatever. We get off the bus, and then Drew makes a phone call once we pull off.
And we wait for him to leave.
Yeah, because I said,
so I called him.
Call.
So
and I gave him my phone, so like this would be my Galaxy. I think it was an S8.
Yeah, I thought you used my phone.
No, because your phone was dead.
Oh yeah, my phone was dead. So we called Connect Transit
through my phone. Yeah.
Through Nathan's phone, and we were just on 801 on this certain route.
Yeah.
So we were on this certain route, and we were like trying to tell the guys, and
they said, okay, we'll look into security footage and give you a call back.
And guess what?
Never
got a call back.
And the interesting part, though, is the guy does seem like he's not around anymore.
Yeah.
So I think they fired him, but why didn't you talk to us? Like, was there just no questions needed? Did you just immediately get rid of him?
And so then so this guy, they asked what his name was. We're like, he didn't have a name tag.
Yeah, no name tag.
We couldn't know.
And they're like, they said that's a violation, first of all.
And he's like, we're on 801. We told him we're on 801. We're trying to open the windows.
He said, shut the damn window.
He said something about. And then he said that, and
he didn't. He actually said something worse than damn, but I'm not gonna say it on video.
And he said that, so we're like, okay. And we're just sitting there waiting because we knew the ride wasn't that long.
Yeah.
Because
he said the F word, if you guys know what that means. Yes, he said that.
And then
instead of damn.
And then so Connect Transit just never called us back.
Yeah, so I guess no questions needed. They fired him. I don't know. That's what I'm assuming because I haven't seen him ever again.
And that one driver on Brown I haven't seen either.
Yeah, so I don't know if somebody else complained about him or what.
Yeah, so...
yeah, it's weird. And then, what other interesting? Anything else interesting? Most of the rides have been pretty pleasant on Connect Transit. There's some that, aren't me, but for the most part, they're pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, other interesting, fun things or funny things or interesting things that they might want to know.
Not right now. My brain is shut down because it's bedtime. Yeah, it's what time is it? Oh wow, it's already 12:30. We better get to bed soon because I'm getting up early and I'm probably gonna have to be.
Well, so
okay, guys.
I'm trying to think. I feel like there's more that we're missing. Anything else that we if we left out of our story? Because most of the stuff Drew talked about as far as our friendship Most of that's pretty true. I don't think there's too much extra that I have missed. But interesting stories though.
What is your drink? I don't have a drink car, so have fun.
Nope, me neither. I honestly don't.
Okay.
I'm not. We don't drive, so no dream car for us. A limo plus a limo driver. There you go.
and
we can't drive.
Hey, the limo drive. I got this. A limo plus Jerry driving for us. Yes, for free.
Yes. And me and Drew both get rides together.
Boom. Okay.
Boom.
Okay. So
yes.
Let's see. There is another story, but I'm not going to talk about it because it's kind of there's stuff that's illegal in that story. Remember the fight?
Well, it wasn't legal. It was just
okay. So
they were swearing a lot and stuff.
So that we were on the bus. Let's see.
The driver basically just threw the people off. It's not too interesting.
Okay, so we were on the bus. It was me, Nathan,
and George.
Robert was with us, I'm pretty sure. Who was I sitting by?
You were sitting.
Because you were sitting back with George.
Yeah, but listen, you were with the Forbidden Ones back then.
No, I wasn't.
Yes,
she was sitting right behind me. Robert was. That was the.
No, you were with them back then. I remember because me and George were like, oh boy.
Oh yeah. So me and her were sitting.
You still were somehow talking to me, which was weird because even though the situation was going on, he still had like a friendship going on with me. Which was weird.
Okay. So I was saying, and we were just sitting there, and I was like, why do I have to be on the outside trying to tell this? And she was like, because I'm too scared. It's like, oh yeah.
No, it's not because she was too scared. She was like, I'm too fat.
Oh yeah.
That's what she said.
And
that was her excuse.
So these people are fighting because the guy sold him something wrong. I don't want to say on video. Sold him something wrong, and the guy was like, "Let's," and they were just about to go fight, and the bus driver was like, "I need you, either you get off of the bus,
yeah, because you're swearing,
or
and talking about legal stuff,
or you guys just calm down until we get to Uptown Station." And he's like, they got off the bus.
They were like, no, they said shut the up.
Yeah, started cussing, and
she's like, "What did you just say?"
And they were just back and forth, and they were. I don't know what happened after that.
I remember the bus driver stopped the bus and made him get off.
No, they told him to get off. They either said get off the bus or you guys calm down until we get up to Uptown.
Yeah, but I remember she ended up having to stop the bus at least to talk.
Yeah,
to him.
They stopped the bus
right in the middle of the road.
yeah, right in front of the middle of the road. Okay, guys. I think that's all I think I can think of. I think we'll see you guys next time if Nathan has nothing else.
I mean, yeah. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I know it's been kind of a long live stream, but really, it was very good. I think it was good to talk about some of our past experiences. Give a video a like if you liked it.
Okay, I will see you guys
afterwards.
I'm gonna go this way. I'll see you guys later. I gotta make this.
You gotta use the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
I'll have Drew come back and outro the video with me, but in the meantime, thank you guys so much for checking this live stream out. And Drew, you could have went at any point that you had to go, but that's all right. Oh, okay, good. I was like, don't be holding it in. You don't need to do that.
Okay, guys, see you later.
You need to be back here for the outro, but it's all right. So thank you guys so much for all the support. We really appreciate everything you guys do. And by the way, our awesome lighting is provided by one single light that I brought over. Light bulb anyway. The light itself was here, but light bulb was not. The other lights that are in here are way too warm. Let me show you actually. While Drew is like...
I'm back.
Oh.
I'm ready to go bed.
Did you go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I did. Oh.
I didn't hear you flush or what.
I haven't yet. Jared says goodbye.
You don't want to do it on the video?
Yeah. Wait. Oh.
See though, this is what we're talking about. Like though, as far as our lighting being crap originally. Like, let's show you. Like, take a look at that.
We had this light on back here.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
here.
It's very bright because.
But we had a different bulb in there. We just
yeah.
used the bulb. Let's just.
But I wonder if this is different. You can do it for brightnesses because look, one. I thought it did it right.
No.
Swear it went a little dimmer. I don't know.
Okay, guys, anyway. I will see you guys.
We're messing around at this point. Thank you guys so much for checking out this live stream. Are we gonna do the similar outro that we do to our main channel videos?
What?
The when we bounce back and forth. Hang on, let me actually just mute this. I'm gonna educate Drew on our how we do that. Let me see if I can get the mic turned down. Okay, guys, that's going to be it for today. Don't forget to like,
comment,
subscribe. Subscribe comes first, then favorite.
subscribe, and comment, and
What the heck is this?
Okay.
Okay, we're trying this again. Don't forget to like,
comment, subscribe,
favorite,
comment.
and that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye. Peace. And we're clear. And the audio's still on. Funny ending to the video, I guess.